Hi, Career Connectors just had a keynote speaker. Her name is Carmen Payne, and she's a great coach. And she specifically came in today to talk about interviewing, and she gave us a ton of great information. And all of that information will be posted on our event blog later. But I wanted to focus on one key component that none of our speakers have talked on recently, and this is how to prepare for an interview. So, in the Arizona area, we did a quick search, and there's 95,000 job opportunities open right now. In the United States of America in July, 1.8 million jobs were added. So we know that companies are out there. We know that they're hiring. But for you to prepare for an interview, even if it's in a virtual environment, which feels completely foreign and different a lot of times, but this preparation is the same. So let's talk about the SWOT analysis. You may have done this in corporate America, you may have done this in your small business, but you need to do one on yourself. So SWOT is an acronym. It stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And so first, what are your strengths? Write this out. Get a piece of paper and write out all your strengths. For example, what are your positive traits? Do you have maybe some education that's a strength and gives you a little bit of an edge on other competition and other people? If you ask a friend, if you ask a spouse, a friend, family member, what would they say are your strengths? Maybe you're not thinking of them. We even have a DISC assessment that you can take. It doesn't cost anything. It's on the careerconnectors.org website, and that will give you a ton of your strengths. Behavioral style, behavioral strengths. What sets you apart? Like, why are you different? Why are you a different candidate than other people? And then what about your network? Is that a strength for you? Do you know a lot of people? Do you have a circle of great connections? So write out your strengths. Then weaknesses or areas of improvement. What are those areas in your work life or maybe in your personal life that are like, these are things that would affect my job? For me, I know that I am not a super detailed person. So that would be an opportunity of improvement for myself. What maybe your network actually is the one that's not a strength for you. Are you new to town, and especially being in an environment where most of us are virtual and we're not able to get out and network, that could be a weakness for you. But think about this. How do you turn that weakness around? So after you get your weaknesses or your areas of opportunity or improvement written out, you really have to think about how do I talk about that. So, one of the interview questions people hate to be asked is, what is your greatest area of improvement? So you already have it written down, you already know, and you have already thought through how to turn it around. For example, my example of I'm not that detail oriented, I will have somebody else take a look at spreadsheets that I'm working on. I'll delegate the super detailed stuff to other people in the work group or on the team. And so think about, how do you fix or monitor or watch yourself in those areas of improvement that are needed. All right, the next area is opportunities. Now, yes, we're in a tough time with the economy right now, but maybe that brings out some opportunities you hadn't thought about before. So the economy can drive some new opportunities. Your industry, is your industry changing? Be on the lookout for what in my industry is changing and new. What do I need to learn? What do I need to do? Do I need to do something different? Is there a new skill set demand or a new technology that I need to brush up on or get to know? Do it now while you're in the transition phase, because learning that stuff is going to help you land your job. And then the last one are threats. And of course, going back to industries changing, many industries are going to look different after we get out of this pandemic. Just forevermore, they will look different. And so, is your industry looking completely different? And if so, what can you do about it? How can you change? How can you keep up to speed on the changing industries? Your competition might look completely different. There might be more of it when 6 months ago there was no competition. So what are some of your family obligations? I know a lot of us, our kids are home and we're having to be home with them while we're working. It has totally changed the landscape of work for us. And how we can be away or how we can be when we need to be home. So think about that. Get all this written down, because what it's going to bring is complete clarity to you on the type of jobs you're going after, the types of jobs you need to connect with people on. It really will bring it into focus, and it will prepare you for the interview. One great tip I did hear from her today is that if you do get a face-to-face interview, don't shake hands right now. Love you guys. Bye.